Good evening, guys. My name is Lean, and welcome to my channel for the love of scents. So today I'm gonna show you my top 16 Tom Ford Private Blend collection. So Tom Ford, also known as Thomas Carlyle Ford, is an American fashion designer and a film director. So he was trained as an architect in Parsons School of Design and spent his internship for the fashion house Chloe, wherein he developed the love for fashion industry. So he was trained as an architect, but he decided that he wants to pursue a career in fashion industry and forget about working as an architect. So he got a job at the fashion house Perry Ellis, but then decided to go to Europe to look for greener pasture, where he started working for Gucci in 1990. So at that time, Gucci was struggling. So they were supposed to be bankrupt at that time. But when Tom Ford came in, he um, did a turnaround for Gucci. And in 1992, he became the creative director. Then at that time, the success of Gucci was starting and they acquired YSL. And Tom Ford headed the creation of the Opium, YSL Opium, and the YSL M7. And that's where he realized that that his passion is on the fragrance and in fashion industry. So he left Gucci in 2004 and he created his own brand in 2005. And then he released his first perfume in 2006, which is Black Orchid. And it was very successful at that time that he decided to release the Private Blend collection in 2007. There were originally 12 perfumes at that time. But now, fast forward to 2022, Private Blend has total of 44 perfumes. Some of them are already discontinued. Aside from that 44, they have Private Blend, the Vert collection. There's 4. There are Private Blend, Neroli Portofino, which is 11 in the collection. Private Blend, the White Mask collection, which is 4 also. Then they have the latest one, the Private Blend Rose Garden, which is just released early this year. The Rose de Amalfi, Rose de Chine, and the Rose de Rossi. I just got it today. I bought it today and I will review it to you in the next few days. And then they have the Private Blend, the Incense, the Reserve collection, which is also 8. The Resort collection, 2. And then the Signature line, which is 11. So Signature line, this is the Ombre Leather, Costa Azura. These are the metallic collection. So now I have 16 of the Private Blend. And I'm gonna start from my least favorite to the most favorite. So this is very difficult for me because I love all of them. And it's so hard to rank them from 1 to 16. The reason why I'm just ranking this is that it could go either way. You know, my number 1 could be number 2 or could be my number 3 because they are more, I love all of them. But for the sake of ranking, I will show you my number 16 up to the number first. So we'll start with the number 16. So my number 16 is the Neroli Portofino Acqua. So I have the EDT version, the Acqua, and this is also a like, and this is citrus, considered as a citrus fragrance, and was launched in 2016. The perfumer is Rodrigo Flores Rue. The top notes here are lemon, bergamot, petitgrade, mid notes neroli and orange blossom, and base notes are white moss and amber wood. So this is very nice summer perfume, very refreshing, very bright. You can use this in the high heat And my only problem with this is that it's very bad performance. The projection is moderate to good, like in the first 30 minutes to 1 hour. It's very refreshing. People can smell you. But the longevity is also bad, like 2 to 3 hours. So the projection is gone after 15 minutes, and then it becomes a skin scent, and then by 2 hours it's completely gone. You have to re-spray it again. So that's why it's on number 16, because of the performance issue. I don't know if I will get the Neroli Portofino, the EDP, or the Forte. The Forte has been discontinued long time. I don't think I will be able to get that. But I don't gravitate too much into citrus scents, so most probably I will just use this until it's gone, and then I will not repurchase. So that's my number 16, the Neroli Portofino Acqua. My number 15 is, I know you will be shocked, is Bitter Peach. So why it's number 16 is just one reason, because I get alien vibes in this. Sorry, not alien, angel vibe from this. So a Bitter Peach is considered an amber vanilla and was just launched recently in 2020. The top notes are peach, blood orange, cardamom, heliotrope. Mid notes rum, cognac, davana, jasmine. Base notes are in Indonesian patchouli, patchouli leaf, vanilla, sandalwood, tonka bean, cashmeran, benzoin, styrax, labdanum, and vetiver. So the peach here is very, 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 very nice. I love the peach in here, as well as the cardamom and the heliotrope. But the base notes, it has Indonesian patchouli leaf, but actually you can smell it in the first minute. No, after the first minute, you will smell the patchouli. The patchouli, which is also present in angel. You know, it doesn't suit me. Angel, I don't like angel, because when I spray angel, I smell BO. It smells like BO, and I hate it. So when I first spray this and I smell that patchouli, the BO smell, I don't like it. I didn't even use this. I just put it aside, and I'm thinking of decluttering it or selling it. But then I saw some review. They said that it's good. So after a few weeks, I decided to try it. And then I realized that patchouli smell disappeared after a few minutes. Maybe after 15 minutes to 30 minutes, that is gone. And after that, it becomes so nice, intoxicating peach and vanilla. And there's some sweetness and some amber smell. So that's why it becomes higher. It becomes number 15. We're supposed to be number 16 because of that. But as after I gone through that phase of the patchouli, then I'm good. This has become like and tolerable, except for that the patchouli. Regarding the performance, the performance here is quite good. The projection is moderate to good. It's actually a strong projection, and the longevity is good too. Like about, I use this, right? I already used this, and it lasts me about 6 hours, which is not bad. So that's my number 15, Bitter Peach. Then we go to number 14. Number 14 is, I only have an atomizer, which is Tuscan Leather. So Tuscan Leather is a leather fragrance and was launched in 2007. And the top notes are saffron, raspberry, and thyme. Mid notes are olibanum, jasmine. Base notes leather, suede, woody notes, and amber. So this is a very dirty leather, animalic leather. You know how there's two types of leather, right? You have the smooth and the clean leather, like the smell of a new handbag or handbag of Louis Vuitton. And then the other one is a dirty leather, like the dirty leather shoes of a man, or a leather jacket of a man working in a car or a mechanic shop, right? So those are the two types of leather, and this is that dirty leather. Though I still consider this as sexy, because for me, I find leather as a unique and sexy and complex scent. So even though it's considered as a little bit animalic and dirty leather, I still like it. The only thing is I prefer the other leather they have, the ombre leather. The ombre leather is it's so good, it's so nice, it's so intoxicating, sexy. But it's don't have it in a private blend. I have it in the signature blend, so that's why it's not here. But I prepared the ombre leather than the Tuscan leather. So the projection here is also moderate to strong. Actually, in the first 1 to 2 hours, people can smell you, and the longevity is actually good. It's actually 6 to 8 hours, sometimes 8 hours. So the performance is good on this. The only thing why it's a little bit low in my list is because this is leaning masculine, but definitely a female or a woman can also wear this. So that's my number 14, Tuscan leather. My number 13 is also, I have an atomizer, 10 ml. This is the F King Fabulous. So this was considered also as a leather fragrance and was launched in 2017. Forgot to mention the Tuscan leather is one of the original private blend of 2007. There are 12 of them. This is one of them. But this was launched in 2017, and the top notes are clary sage and lavender, and the mid notes bitter almond, leather, vanilla, and orris, and base notes leather, tonka bean, cashmere, and whitewoods, and amber. So what's the difference between the two? So this is mostly leather, but this has an aromatic qualities in this. So it has clary sage and lavender at the top, and then the almond is also present, and then there is vanilla, so a little bit sweet, and then the leather. So from the name F King Fabulous, you expect a very, out of this world smell or out of this world scent, but it's not actually that. But it's unique on its own. It's good. It's pleasant, but it's not like, it's not what's the name supposed to be, right? When you give something that word, then you expect it to be like 10 out of 10 fragrance. But for me, this is not, though it's still good because it has leather, and it has it's not a straight leather, so it has some character and complexity in this, but at the same time, it's not at the top of my top 10. It's down there. And another thing is the price. This is so expensive. This is the top of the line. You know how the private blend is not priced the same? There are the higher tier, which is this one, F King Fabulous, the Lost Cherry, Bitter Peach, Rose Prick. They are up there, and the flacon of this is up to $1,000 already. This is so expensive, but and I don't think it's worth the price. So this is probably doesn't worth the I think the 100 ml is $650. It's not worth it. You have to get it at least half of the price to be able to be worth it. And with that price, I don't think I will buy a full bottle. I'm happy with this 10 ml. But the performance is also moderate, like the protection is moderate, and the longevity is about 4 to 6 hours. So again, with the performance, with the scent profile, I don't think it's worth the price tag Tom Ford is asking for this. So people, if you want to try this, get a sample first before you buy, because this is an expensive perfume. Okay, so that's my number 13, F King Fabulous. Now my number 12 is Rose Prick. So look at the atomizers. This is also 10 ml travel spray, and the atomizer is so nice. It's light pink in color, and it's a Chypre floral. Was launched 2 years ago in 2020. The top notes are Sichuan pepper and turmeric. Mid notes is May rose, Bulgarian rose, Turkish rose, and base notes patchouli and tonka bean. So this is a very spicy rose patchouli combination. So when you see the color, it's pink. You will think that it's a watery rose or a very feminine rose, but actually it's not. It's very spicy rose. This is not a feminine leaning perfume at all. This is definitely a unisex perfume. Like men can wear this because it's not at all rosy. It doesn't smell rose at all. It's very spicy at the top with that pepper and the turmeric, the rose, and then the patchouli. It's a very heavy rose patchouli combination with a lot of spices. But the projection and the longevity is good actually. It lasts about 6 to 8 hours on me, and when I wear this, I layered it with Dior Rose and Roses just to balance the spiciness, because for me it's too spicy, especially at the top. So I layered it with another rose scent like the Miss Dior Rose and Roses. And when I layered it with that, it lasts all day and it projects good, and I can smell myself throughout the day. So, but still, this is not a blind buy worthy. So I advise you to take a sample and smell first, because this is also expensive. It's one of the higher tier in the price range of private blend. It's probably I think it's retailing the same as the F King Fabulous, about in the 600 for the 100 ml, 400 for the 50 ml. The flacon of this, or the 250 ml, is about $1,000 now. So don't blind buy, sample first before you buy. This is all most of Tom Ford perfumes are not mass appealing. They are considered as a designer perfume, but they're bordering niche, because the smell is not mass appealing. It's not a smell that a lot of people will like. There's the Tom Ford makes his perfume very different, a lot of character. If you will see, the first perfume he created was the Black Orchid, which is so complicated, so rich, so dark. So that's how he composed his perfume. So that's why don't blind buy this. Sample it first. Then you can decide if you want to buy full bottle. That's my number 12. My number 11, I don't have a bottle and a travel spray. I have a decan, a 5 ml decan, and I have probably half of this. So this is Tubereuse Nue. So Tubereuse Nue is also quite a new perfume. It was launched last year in 2021 and considered as an amber floral. So the top notes are lily, jasmine, and another Sichuan pepper. And the mid notes are tuberose, tarrax, cacao, benzoin, base suede, moss, oud, and tonka bean. So don't think that this is just a regular floral tuberose scent. This is not. This is a Tom Ford scent. So don't expect that it's just a plain tuberose like other designer like Gucci, like the Gucci Bloom. Straight up, it's a tuberous perfume. The Michael Kors Michael is straight up tuberous perfume. The Madonna, there are all straight up tuberous perfume, but this is not a tuberous. This is spicy again, and at the top, because of that Sichuan pepper. And then you have the cacao. There's some chocolate notes on this, and then the benzoin, the sweetness of the benzoin. There's also suede and moss, and a bit of oud, though I don't smell oud here, but there is oud, and some tonka bean. So this is not a straight floral perfume. This is very complex, very spicy tuberose, and the jasmine is also prominent. Jasmine and tuberose, and some suede. Suede is a form of leather too. You can smell it as a leather like scent. So this is very nice. I'm planning to get a full bottle of this. That's why I included this in my top 16, because this is for me it's a full bottle worthy. I don't buy my Tom Ford retail price. As much as possible, I will buy it in the cosmetic store, wherein I can get at least 50% off. If I can get more than 50% better, for sure I will get it. But sometimes, most of the time, I get it at 50% off. When it's 50% off, for me, I think it's worth it. Otherwise, I will not buy full retail of this. The Tubereuse Nue is quite new. It was just launched last year, so the price is also up there with the Peter Peach and King Fabulous, as well as the Rose Prick. It's pretty hefty. I think it's also 600 400 ml. So I will not buy that price. I will have to wait until I find when they are at least 50% off. So that's my number 11, Tubereuse Nue. Now my number 10 is a new bottle. This is the Champaca Absolute. I showed it to you on my haul last month, and I think I have used it already like 2 or 3 times. And this is considered an amber floral, was launched in 2009. This is already discontinued. The top notes are cognac, dryers, greenweed, and bergamot. Mid notes champaca, orchid, jasmine, violet. Base notes are marron glaze, vanilla, sandalwood, and amber. So marron glaze is a chestnut. It's a glazed chestnut. So it's chestnut with some sugar on it. And it's the reason it's in now in my top 10 is because it's as I said, don't be fooled by Tom Ford's name. This is not a champaca perfume. This is not a floral perfume. This is, again, very complex. It has cognac at the top, so it is boozy at the top, but there is also some brightness with the citrus like bergamot. Then the mid notes are all floral, so this champaca is not the main player. There's a lot of florals in the heart. In the mid notes, champaca, orchid, jasmine, violet, so all of them sharing the accord of the florals, and then it dries down to those chestnut and vanilla. You can smell the chestnut, but it's very light. This is well blended, actually. This is a well blended, not some perfumes that you can distinguish the notes, but this one, like when I did the review on Nishane, most of the Nishane perfumes, they're not well blended, meaning you can distinguish the notes when you smell it. But some perfumes, all the notes are well blended that you cannot distinguish each note. And this is one of them. This is well blended with the florals, with the boozy notes, and the vanilla. And this is also very very pleasant, meaning it's not too beast mode, so you can wear it. It will not offend other people. The projection here is moderate. It's, as I said, it's not beast mode. It's much closer to the skin, but it's very long lasting. It will last you 6 to 8 hours again. So I got a lot of reaction from people saying that Tom Ford doesn't last, but majority on my skin, they last 6 to 8 hours. This one lasts, the other one lasts, except for the Neroli Portofino, but the rest lasts on me at least 6 hours, sometimes 8 hours, which is a good performance for Tom Ford perfumes. So this is my number 10, Champaca Absolute. My number 9 is Soleil Neige. So my Soleil Neige, it's here. So Soleil Neige is have 10 ml. So they have, the atomizer is white, and then there has silver here. The Soleil Blanc has gold in here. But so this is Soleil Neige. So Soleil Neige is an amber floral and was launched in 2019. And the top notes bergamot and carrot seeds. Mid notes are uh, water flowers, orange blossom, jasmine, rose, and Turkish rose, base notes, benzoin, vanilla, and labdanum. So the there is brightness in the top at the initial spray. Then it is followed by some florals. The jasmine there, and this one is the most distinguished scent is the jasmine, and then dries down to vanilla and some amber because of the labdanum. Now I consider this as a very cold perfume. um Soleil Neige, they try to market this as a perfume for winter, while the Soleil Blanc is a perfume for summer. And definitely when you use this, when you spray it and use it, you can feel some coldness in this, which is bizarre because you don't want to wear something that you feel cold during the winter, right? Usually you want to wear something that is warm when it's winter because it's like a hug, right? It comforts you when it's cold. But this one, when I use it, I feel cold. This is a cold perfume for me. It also has a metallic base. I can't really describe it, but during the dry down, maybe 30 minutes, 1 hour later, even in the test strip, because I spray all of this in a paper for I try to test them at their top, and then 1 day later I was smelling this again. I sprayed it yesterday and I smell it again today, and all I can smell, of course, is the base notes, and there is that metallic scent again, which I couldn't pinpoint what it is. But otherwise it's a good scent. And the price here is in the mid tier. I think the 100 ml is about the 500 range. This is a little bit cheaper than the bitter peach and the F King Pablos and the rose prick. Performance is also moderate. Projection, it doesn't project much, so it's about arm's length, about 1 to 2 hours. Then it turns into skin scent, and it lasts up to 6 hours. So this is Soleil Neige, a very cold florals for me, for my nose and on my skin. So that's my number 9. My number 8 is Oud Wood. So I have a full bottle. So it's a little bit down there, number 8. This is one of the most popular perfume private blend. This is also one of the original of the private blend in 2007, which is Oud Wood. The reason why it's number 8 is because it leans a little bit masculine. So this is considered a unisex, but it leans masculine. But it's one of the best smelling perfume that I have smelled. And the top notes, actually there is no pyramid here. There is no pyramid. They're all linear. The notes are oud, Brazilian rosewood, cardamom, sandalwood, vanilla, Szechuan pepper, vetiver, tonka bean, and amber. So it's supposed to have an oud in it, and there is oud, but it is a western oud, meaning it's not the animalic oud. It's a very gentle and nice oud. Some people, if somebody who's into trained nose, or people who likes Middle Eastern perfume, they will say that they don't find any wood in here. A little bit of the wood, but no wood. This, you can smell a lot of the cardamom here, the Szechuan pepper, vetiver, and tonka bean. But the wood is very gentle or minimal, and the wood is also there, but not too much. So, but it's very mass appealing. This probably most people will like it, and people can blind buy this. Out of all the Tom Ford, maybe this is the one that you can blind buy, because this is a little bit mass appealing compared to other Tom Ford. So the performance here is moderate. The projection is moderate. You can have a good projection in the first 1 to 2 hours, and the longevity is good though. It will last you 6 to 8 hours, and if you spray a lot in your clothes, you can still smell it the following day. It smells sexy, like a sexy man as well. Okay, so that's my number 8. My number 7 is Soleil Blanc. So Soleil Blanc, I have also the travel spray. So this is the difference with the Soleil Neige. This has the gold lining here on the cup. So Soleil Blanc is an amber floral and was launched 2016. Top notes pistachio, bergamot, cardamom, and pink pepper. Mid notes are tuberose, ilang-ilang, jasmine. Base notes coconut, amber, tonka bean, and benzoin. So they want to showcase this as a summer perfume, and they kind of get it. It smell like a suntan lotion or a sunscreen. The top notes has pistachio, bergamot, cardamom, pink peppers, a little bit spicy, and then you get the yellow flowers of ilang-ilang and white flowers, and the base notes of coconut. This smells like a typical beachy and suntan lotion scent. It's the same as beach walk, terracotta, hibiscus palm, in the same DNA. But the thing about here is that the performance is so bad. There's no projection. I overspray this, and then there's still no projection. I don't get any compliments here. This is like a very weak perfume, and the performance is 2 hours. Like, you have to spray this again and again. Though I love the scent, that's why it's up there to 7. If it has a good performance, it could be my top 5, because I really like the scent. I like this type of scent, but the performance is so bad. So that's why it's number 7. And then my number 6 is the counterpart, the Eau de Soleil Blanc. I have the 50 ml. And the only difference between the Soleil Blanc and this one is that it has more citrus. The top notes has more citrus. It has neroli, bitter orange, citron, but it also has bergamot and pistachio, same as the Soleil Blanc. So that's the only difference. Actually, I like this better than the Soleil Blanc because it projects more, probably because of the citrus. So it has more projection and a little bit of the longevity compared to the Soleil Blanc, which is ironic. This is an EDT formulation, but it's lasts probably an hour better than the Soleil Blanc. So this probably lasts on me for 3 hours, while the Soleil Blanc is 2 hours. So that's my number 6, Eau de Soleil Blanc. Now let's go to my number 5. My number 5 is, okay, I have Jasmine Rouge. So this Jasmine Rouge, I have this trouble spray, but I also have the flacon. I have the 250 ml. And what I do is I decant it. I transferred some juice in here. And this is what I bring. So the jasmine, don't be fooled. Again, this is not a straight up jasmine. Don't be fooled by the name. This was launched 2011. Top notes are cinnamon, ginger, bergamot, cardamom, pepper, and mandarin orange. Mid notes jasmine, ilang-ilang, neroli, broom, and clary sage. Base notes amber, woodsy notes, vanille, leather, and French labdanum. So there's a lot of notes going on here, and this is a very complex perfume, though it is jasmine dominant perfume. Right away, right off the bat, in the spray, you smell the jasmine, but then it mixes with some spices, like I mentioned before. There's cardamom and pepper at the top, and some cinnamon and ginger. So spicy jasmine, and then it dries down to amber and vanilla. So it's also very good. I like this. Projection is good, moderate to good. Like, people can smell you. I think I got a compliment here one time, and it turns into a skin scent. Longevity is not as good as the other Tom Ford. This is about only 4 to 5 hours. You need to respray it. but it's better than, definitely better than the Soleil Blanc and the Eau de Soleil Blanc, but less than the rest. So this is my Jasmine Rouge, my number 5. My number 4 is also a 10 ml atomizer, which is Noir de Noir. So this one, I will get a full bottle once I find a good deal online. So this is a full bottle worthy. So this is considered as a cheaper fragrance. This is part of the original private blend of 2007. And the top notes saffron, mid notes black rose, and floral notes. Base notes are patchouli, wood, and oak moss. So this is a very dark rose and patchouli combination with oak moss. So this is also considered as unisex and leaning a little bit masculine because of the darkness of the scent. It has very earthy because of the oak moss. It also has truffle. So truffle is the mushroom. It's not the truffle chocolate. So it's very earthy, very dark, but is a strong rose. And yeah, for me it's leaning masculine, though it has rose in it. It's lean a little bit masculine. Projection is so strong. I have the Armap version of this, and in the beginning I cannot afford, I cannot afford to buy this, so I use that sometimes, but the difference is not as strong as this, and it's sweet. The Armap version is sweet compared to this is not too sweet, a little bit dry and strong in rose. Very strong projection, and then very long lasting, lasts you 8 hours. This is worth the price tag, so I'm willing to get a full bottle of this, at least 50 or 100 ml. If I can find a good deal in a flacon like the 250 ml, I'll probably get it. This is one of the best perfume of Tom Ford. Okay, so that's my number 4. My number 3 is Tobacco Bunny. So also 10 ml atomizer. Tobacco Bunny is one of the 12 original private blend 2007, and top notes are tobacco leaf and spicy notes with notes vanilla, cacao, tonka bean, and orange blossom, and base notes are dried fruits and woodsy notes. So there's a lot of notes there, but the only thing you can smell is the tobacco leaf and vanilla and the dried fruits. That's it. This is sweet. This is a very sweet tobacco, and the tobacco here is the leaf, not the full ash tobacco. This is the tobacco leaf, some spices there, and then a little bit of the sweetness of the not a little, it's a lot sweetness of the vanilla and dried fruits. This is also good. It has a very strong silage. It can fill up the room and very long lasting. This is last 8 to 10 hours, because especially if you get the early batches of the 2007, a lot of people complaining that the newer batches are watered down compared to the original, early batches. They last all day. This is a very bismuth strong, one of the most popular Tom Ford fragrance as well, and one of the favorites. So that's my number 3. My number 2 is Lost Cherry. So a lot of people probably will guess that it's my favorite, one of my favorite, because it's very well known. It was just launched 2018, but it's become very popular. A lot of people love this perfume because it's very different from the other cherry perfume that was launched before. And the top notes here: sour cherry. It has bitter almond and liquor. Mid notes: sour cherry, plum, Turkish rose, and jasmine sambac. Base notes: tonka bean, vanilla, pear balsam, cinnamon, benzoin, sandalwood, cloves, cedar, patchouli, and vetiver. So many notes. But as I said before, this is also well blended. You can distinguish all those notes. The only thing I can distinguish Top notes is sour cherry, and the bitter almond, and the liquor. Definitely those three, you can smell it at the top. And then the sour cherry again, some rose, and then it dries down to this vanilla amber perfume, and it's so nice. It's one of the unique scent that I have smelled. I love cherry in note, so I have a lot of cherry perfume, but this one's still my favorite. The only thing is people are complaining about its performance. It doesn't last long. For me, it does last. I don't know why people said it doesn't last long when I use this. It doesn't project much, right? It's arm's length, but it's okay because people can still smell you when they come close to you. And for me, this lasts 6 hours or more. Some people, they said they last for 2 to 3 hours. For me, it lasts me 6 hours. So I think it depends on your body chemistry. So this is my number two, and this is also expensive in the higher tier, in price range of Epking Fabulous Bitter Peach and Rose Prick. Okay, so that's Lost Cherry. And my number one is Vanille Fatale. So Vanille Fatale Amber Vanilla. It was just launched 2017, and sad to say this is already discontinued. I need to get a backup of this. I don't see any flacon. I haven't seen any flacon of Vanille Fatale, but if I see, I will definitely buy this, or otherwise I'll get another 50 or 100 ml. Top notes is a whole bunch of notes. Top notes are rum, myrrh, olibanum, saffron, coriander, orange, and lime. Mid notes are barley, coffee, plum, frangipani, narcissus, artemisia, and rose. Base notes: Madagascar vanilla, suede, tobacco, patchouli, oak moss, and violet. So just by reading the notes, you will be so amazed, and you'll be so you will say, oh my goodness, what is that perfume with all those notes? You will be overwhelmed with all those notes. But actually, this perfume will take you on a journey. The reason why I like this is the mirror, the rum in the mirror. It's so sexy, intoxicating. And then you mix it with the saffron and all those spices, the coffee, the plum, some florals, and then the vanilla. So the vanilla here is not the sweet vanilla. I don't like too sweet vanilla, but this vanilla is very spicy. You know how I like the ani na Nishane ani. So this is a little bit lighter than ani, but it also very complex. A lot going on in the vanilla here. It is woody, it is musky, it is spicy vanilla. So I like this better than Tobacco Bunny. Tobacco Bunny for me is very heavy in tobacco and very sweet, because not just because of the vanilla, because of the dried fruits too. So I prepare Vanille Fatale. So Vanille Fatale is my number one perfume. Okay, so this is a very long video, guys. I'm sorry about that. This is 16 perfumes. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you if you're still watching with me up to this time. Thank you so much for spending 43 minutes of your time, and I really appreciate it. Please like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I'll see you on my next one. Thank you so much. Bye bye.